Hello everyone, and welcome to Eric Todd Hill, episode 5. At the end of episode 4, our man had just agreed that he was going to tell Cassandra how to find the spy to spy on her estate manager. After that epic call, I went for a lie down in a darkened room. No, not really, it was morning. "I've just come inside for a late lunch," said Cassandra a few hours later. "Then I have to go into town for a meeting with the estate accountant. I'm home. The accountant thinks it's an excellent idea to engage a highly trained spy, and you'll realise when this man calls her that A, he has no idea what an accountant is, and B, he genuinely doesn't know the difference between an agent and an agency." "I see," he said. "So what do you think?" "I think I need advice on what to do." "Smile! If I may ask, why did you have to ask the accountant?" "Because they're the company that do our accounts every year. It was your suggestion that last year's losses were because of the estate manager, and your suggestion that we should hire a spy to follow him." To which our man, very self-confidently and very pompously, replied, "There you go." Meaning, "Excellent. If they're the company is okay, you let them know, but don't let the estate manager know." "Obviously not." "Good. So you need advice." "Of course, I wouldn't know where to start." "You know, it's just you wanted to know from me." "Now what on earth are you talking about?" "Simple." "What's simple? You mean I can just put a message on our local Facebook page saying spy wanted?" "Firstly, where did you think you can get an intelligent and smart spy from?" "I have no idea, that's why I'm asking you." And in reply to her saying, could she put a message on her local Facebook page, he said, "You don't have to do that. So stop talking in idiotic childish riddles and tell me what you think I should do. I will suggest for you." Awesome at last. "Firstly, how did you employ the estate manager?" Here we go, guys. "I got him through an agricultural employment agency." Fine! A spy must be intelligent and must know the work of an estate manager, so you'll have to go through that agricultural employment agency, but the aims is on effectiveness of his work. And that agency will send me a spy. There you will see changes. They will send you an estate manager, but with interviews you will set side by side and let he or she the job to do. I have an estate manager. I thought we were trying to find a spy. Can you listen and read what I'm saying? Excuse me, don't be rude. That's what you just said. They will send you an estate manager. I thought you said I needed a spy. Did you change your mind? You're applying for an estate manager, but within me and you, he or she is a spy to the one you have. I have an estate manager, you moron. I can't employ another one. Don't be ridiculous. I can't afford 2 of them. In your agreement, you will place it as a spy to the estate manager you got. Don't talk utter bollocks. The reason why I'm saying that is the spy must know about agriculture. How on earth do you think I'm going to employ a second estate manager without the current one knowing? How will I explain to him that I need 2 estate managers? I thought you were going to give me some sensible hints on where to find a highly trained spy, not talk unmitigated twaddle. I can't imagine what would have given you an idea like that, Cassandra. There is a name called supervision. Strangest name I've ever heard. I was at least thinking we would hire a top-secret, highly trained spy, someone who could creep around unnoticed. A spy. Yes, he said. Then grow up and tell me where to get a top-secret, highly trained spy. I don't think they'll be registered with agricultural agencies looking for work. I was hoping one of your military bases could supply someone. First, apply here, he said, in reply to her saying that I don't think they will be registered with agricultural agencies. The agent will send you a spy. What on earth are you talking about? Which agent? The agency supplies farm workers, not spies. Are you really as idiotic as you sound? I suppose I could advertise for a spy. What training should I ask for? Dear, can you at least try and understand each time I'm trying to get you to understand what I'm saying? You're looking for a spy. You keep telling me that. I need a spy. I don't need a sheep herder or a cowhand or a tractor driver. I need a spy. That agency supplies agricultural workers, not highly trained spies. Agricultural workers. Which bit of that did you not understand? It's an agricultural agency, supplying agricultural workers to perform agricultural-related tasks. They do not supply highly trained spies, so I'm going to have to advertise, aren't I? I think you're going to have to call and tell me where to advertise, and what training I should be asking about. Here they are, the agency. There's nowhere on their website where I can search for spy, and she sent him a genuine link to an agricultural agency. If you aren't going to call and explain what I need to do, I'm going to go and have a shower. Not just a spy! An agricultural agent spy, who can know what goes out in your back, and what comes in at your back. Oh, not just any spy, an M&S spy, I see. Where does an agricultural agent spy train? Do they have to go to agricultural agent spy school? Maybe it's a university school. They study for a degree in agricultural agent spying. It must be intelligent in agricultural business, he said. Oh yes, intelligent in agricultural business is good, but I still don't understand how they train to become a spy. Because if I'm going to advertise for a spy, I have to know what qualifications and experience I need to ask for. Shall I call you so you can explain? Qualification, he said, should be based on agricultural factors. Not now, then you wait till tomorrow. Why not? You're here. Security alert, he said. ROFL, okay. And in reply to him saying qualifications should be based on agricultural factors, she said that doesn't tell me which qualifications to ask for, or where someone trains to become a spy. You definitely told me I needed a highly trained spy. Will they have a large magnifying glass and deerstalker hat, so I know they're a spy? Will they just look like everyone else? Young and smart, he said. He must be smart in agriculture activities. Oh, FGS, stop bloody repeating the same nonsense. You told me I needed a highly trained spy. Where does someone go to learn how to be an agricultural spy? And why do I have to keep asking you the same question over and over and over again? She tried screenshotting part of what he'd said, but doesn't work on Skype. Oh, Skype doesn't show images well, so I'll just copy and paste the text a few times for your reading convenience. Tell me which qualifications to ask for, or where someone trains to become an agricultural spy. Also, where do you think I should advertise for this spy? I'll repeat that too for your reading convenience. So she did. And then she called him. Ladies and gentlemen, find that comfy chair again and get out some more snacks. So have you worked out...
What are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Have you worked out how I advertise for this spy and what qualifications I should be asking?
I told you earlier on that I have some dignities and security that is coming up. That's why I couldn't communicate with you.
I thought that's what you were doing right now.
You said what?
I thought that was what you were doing right now. Is that not why you called me to communicate?
What do you mean? I told you that security alert, I have to obey that. So I just have a little time now to talk to you because of security alert. They say that they just give us an alarm right now saying that the ICs are coming over our direction base. So that is much more reason our security have to be intact. So right now I just have few minutes to talk, then I'll get back to work. So what are you doing? Hope you're good.
I'm talking to you. What are you doing?
So have you eaten?
No, I don't eat in the evenings. Have you eaten?
Well, you already... I don't need to eat because I normally walk around. So I like to drink some water. I'm okay with water. Sometimes in the evening right now, I don't like taking some much food because I need to be fasting and making sure everything is working fastly as well. So the more you eat, the more you get lazy. The more you don't eat, the more you get more smarter.
Oh, right. Well, you better starve yourself then.
No, it's not that I'm starving myself really, because I prepare time for eating, but I also prepare time for war. So everything about me is war, so I have to face the war to make sure it's successful. So when I think a little bit smart about the war, I have to focus on that. Okay, enough of that right now. So, you're telling me about the spy you need to take, and I try to write to you, but I'm a little bit distracted due to the fact that I have some sergeants coming to the door trying to tell me about the security agency and all that due to the ICs that is coming over to the base with the full force. So that's why I'm just a little bit distracted. So let me make you understand for a while. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, babe. Okay, like what I tried to say, if you are hiring an intelligent trained spy to spy on the agent or the state inject, how will I call it, the estate manager yourself.
Yes.
You have to employ someone that has the field of agriculture. That is to say, what I'm trying to explain to you in writing that you don't even clearly understand easily is that whenever you want to apply a spy ought to know what it takes to be an agriculture, because the business the estate manager is doing is based on agriculture. Am I right?
Yes, it is.
So if you are employing a spy, is that spy must know about agriculture, because that is the only reason and that is the only main purpose for him or she to know if the estate manager is doing his job well or is dishonest. That is the reason why I say if you are employing a spy, that spy must know about agriculture to know the in and out, whether tools are going out, tools are going in, you planning about what you're selling out and what you are buying in. He or she should know. That's the reason why if you apply, you should apply for that same agency of agriculture. But basically, he's a spy, which is like an intelligent officer to know about what is really going out in the sector, which is your estate, and what is coming in. That is it. That is his major work. So that is the most reason why I'm suggesting that you should apply from the agriculture. And I believe I'm very clear about that. If you ask your account manager, I told, and I know he or she would tell you the same thing, that yes, what I'm saying is correct, because if you employ a spy outside the knowledge of agriculture, he or she would do the job man perfect. But if you are employing someone that knows how agricultural activities is taken or is being carried out, that person will definitely find out if this estate manager is dishonest or is honest. I believe I'm right.
Oh, well, self-belief is a wonderful thing. So, do they have to go to spy school to learn how to spy?
No, being a spy is not a big job. Like I told you before, the estate manager you get, the state estate manager you get, which is working with you, he's already working with you, right?
Yes, he is,
Then
yes.
now you told me you go down to the accounting. What do you meet again? Can you remind me?
I went to meet the estate accountants, yes.
You went to meet the state accountants, which is the person that is working in a company different, which is they are the people that is head of state accounting to anybody that is bringing activities to them, which is you as an estate owner bringing activities to them for them to calculate, to know the revenue and what is going on and what is going out. And I believe that your state manager is the one reporting to them, right?
Yes, that's correct. Well, I suppose so, the estate manager or myself, yes.
Okay, so that is a much more reason a spy need to be there to know if the state manager is really reporting to the accounting, which is the state accounting, which is the company where he's supposed to report to know what is buying and what is entering the state and what is going out to the state, to know the revenue that is going, the one that is coming in. So he or she should know about agriculture so that he or she will know what is wrong and what is right. If the state manager is doing his job right, perfect. If it's not doing his job right, you will still know through the expert spy of agriculture. So what I'm talking about, first of all, they should first of all tell you about who knows about agriculture, which is the expert of agriculture. After that, he or she would be directed to you. After that, The agent that directed it to you, you will make sure you tell the agent that this is what you really need. You don't need an expert. You don't need an expert in spying and knowing what agriculture is, whether things are going wrong and things are going right. Then you will sit down one-on-one as an appointment with him or he or she. Then you will tell him or she what you are capable of. The estate, the largest, how the estate is large, how much of car you have, chickens you have, animals you have, all other things. He will know everything. When he knows everything, he will begin to spy at them, spy at what is going out and what is going in. That is it. Even though the estate manager you have knows that there is an employee, he will not know if that employee is a spy, because he does know he did not know the agreement you signed with that employee. That employee might be an honorary employee, but rather he is a big spy because he knows what is happening around the acres you have. I believe that is well understood.
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry to stress you so much, but I just have to explain a little bit.
Yes, well, I'm glad you've explained. You've made it sound much, much clearer now. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. You say so, no problem.
So where do you think?
I don't want you.
Where do you suggest?
You said what?
Where do you suggest I should get this spy from?
I believe I've told you first of all. First of all, you start by applying through the agriculture agency.
Well, I can hardly tell them I
they will
want them to
get
send me a
you.
spy, can I?
You don't need to ask them a direct spy. When they try to respond to you, I believe when you apply, they will respond to you, right?
Well, I hope so.
When they respond to you, whoever that responded to you, that is the person you will respond to, that this is what I really need. It's not that I'm needing an estate manager or a worker in my estate. I really need a responsible and smart spy that can do a good job that I wanted. I believe they will answer you. And once they answer you, you will know what their response is. When they respond to you, you will know what their response is. Then you pick it up from there. But first of all, praise for, like, you need an employee, which is when you are stating the employee, state it a well qualified, trained employee of agriculture. That is what you have to place in. When you are placing it in well qualified, then we know that you are looking for a smart, qualified person. Then after they respond to you, when you reply back, that is when you make them understand, yes, I really need you for this, but this is what this is your major job. Though you are a well qualified agriculture, but this is your major job. So you have to do this for me. Then you people will sign an agreement, then you kick off to doing his major job. That is it.
Yeah, okay.
Do you understand what I mean now?
Oh, yes.
Do you see the process? But do you know the process I said now? Do you see the process how it is?
Oh, yes, very clear. The only problem I have is we don't actually need another employee at the moment. How would I explain to the existing estate manager that I've just hired someone else?
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Who is the CEO of your estate? Is it not you? Are you not the owner of the estate?
Of course I am.
Do someone need to tell you what to do before you do it?
That's not the question that is not the
Apart from me
question I
telling you.
asked.
You said you don't really need an employee, isn't it?
I don't. That is correct. I do not need another employee. So the question is, how do I explain to the existing estate manager, who also knows that I don't need another employee, how do I explain to him that I have taken on a new employee? Do you not think that he might be a bit suspicious?
So can you listen to me now? Can you?
Well, you're not saying anything, are you?
Okay. What I'm trying to say now is very simple.
It's
You
simple is good
are
if it comes from you.
you are the CEO of the estate, you owner of the estate. You owns everybody, both your workers, due to the fact they have their right or they don't have their right. You are the owner. You can decide today to quit all the workers. You have the fucking right to do that, right?
No, I
So
don't. They
for
all have
me,
their they all have contracts and employment rights.
I know. They will have contract employment rights. And you still have your own right to process that employment right they have, which is you have signed with them. You can also dismiss it because you have the fucking right to do that. The only thing we cause it will only cause some damages, and that is all. So I know all that. So like what I'm trying to place on you right now is that you are the CEO of the estate. You own the estate. Even though they have their employment right or their agreement, the contract that you have signed, maybe 6 years, 2 years, 3 years, all the years, I don't bloody care about that. But what matters a lot, you have the right to employ as much as how many workers you feel you want to employ. Your state manager doesn't have right to tell you you don't need to employ anybody. You just have to tell him or her that you are employing that person as just a personal assistant or a supervisor in the farm. Supervisor doesn't mean a big name. You can say this is a supervisor and we want this person to be a part of supervisor in the farm. He doesn't need to suspect anything. You said they send him from the agency. Very simple. You know the way to make him clear. I don't know if your state manager, is it a he or a she?
It's a man. It's a man.
Is
He is a man.
he is what? Is a he?
Yes, he is a man.
Is mad?
No, he's a man. He's male. He's not female. He is a man, a gentleman.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. For the fact that he is a man, that doesn't warrant anybody. So who you are sending, they can bring a man to you, they can bring a woman to you. But what I would likely want to do, I want who you are employing to be a lady. Do you know why?
No, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
She will most especially understand you more because who is the estate manager is a man. So when you are employing a lady as a part of spy and is an employee in the estate, will be very much more smarter because a lady will have your interests at heart.
Oh, so you think I should
You know?
employ? You think ladies are more intelligent than men? Do you? I mean, I would agree with you on that one.
So I would likely want you to ask specifically when you are asking for what you need, specifically place it as female so that female will come. Then when female come, you have to talk to female one on one. So when women talk to women, women understand more better. So if you place yourself in her position, when you are getting interview with her, she will understand your pain. She will understand that this is what you really want. And I believe she will deliver it perfectly to you. If the estate manager is firstly is doing some sneaky attitude, is dishonest, you will know through the woman. If he is not dishonest, you will also know through the woman. That is the reason why she ought to be secretive. So that's much more reason why you apply through the agency of agriculture. If the state manager asks question, you just have to say, this is my uh, supervisor. He have to help me with some certain dealings in your office. I believe he has nothing to talk about. But whereas you are placing all the details in her hands, then she will be taking very precautioned discussion and calculation on how things is going, how things is not going. And I believe through that means, the through that means the estate manager we try to report directly to you. When it's reported directly to you, you cross check by giving her, which is the new employee you employ, by giving her the processes to check. When he or when she checkmate it, she will get back to you that this is correct, this is not correct, this is this. He will see the wrong there, and there you know how to correct it. Okay?
You do know that discrimination on the grounds of gender is illegal in the UK, don't you? As I'm sure it would be in the USA.
You said what?
I said, you do know that discrimination on the grounds of gender is illegal in the UK, as I know, no doubt it is in the US. I cannot go to the agency and say that I want to employ a female worker. That is illegal. I'm sure it would be in the USA as well.
Can I make you understand something? I am not saying you going to the agency to try to employ a female worker that you need in your estate. You applied for it through the agriculture. They will bring someone to you, and you say it's a female. When they bring it, you have the right to caution the female, to tell her what you really want her to do, and she will do it perfectly well. There is no big deal about that. You pay her for what services she's rendering. So I don't know why you feel that it's illegal to do. Okay, it sounds as if my idea is discriminating. Okay, if you say you're not doing that, no problem. I won't force you to do that. Okay.
Oh, you finished, have you? You've gone quiet. That's such a shame. Oh, now I'll have to cut the silent bit out of the video, won't I? It's such a bore having to edit the audios, but never mind. And so what have you...
What?
Yeah, nothing. Well, nothing that concerns you, anyway. Have you had a good day? What have you been doing today?
What have I been doing today?
Yeah, congratulations. I've only had to say it once.
Congratulations on what purpose?
Well, I've only had to ask you once, and you got the point. You actually managed to repeat the question. Mind you haven't answered it, but I suppose maybe I will have to ask you again.
Okay.
So I am going to have to ask you again, is what you're saying. What have you been doing today?
Like I told you before, you writing to me, I'm trying to respond to you before now. Then I just have to go to the war front because today I don't need to address anybody. I just went to the war front I told you earlier in the morning, right? I told you I will be going to the war front, of which I went there. There are so much Taliban's trying to penetrate to some of the cities, the villages, to disable some souls, of which we have to rescue some from of the villages because they are really brutal right here. You can't just come and take a look of how the people are so brutal. The Taliban and this ISIS, they are just so brutal. They don't care about the souls, the citizen and the villagers right here. So brutal. So you try to stop this. I don't know why UN have to really approve all this, or because of the fact that the United States is part of the highest state of the highest country in the whole worldwide world. That's why this is really happening. But all the same, what I really do today is going to the war front to make sure all disputes are being settled. Because all we have to do is peace. If they are giving us like 20 bullets, we only give out like 3 because we want peace. So all what I want is peace. And all what the United States want is peace. So it's just a peacekeeping mission. Despite the injuries and all that, we try keeping the peace. That's what we're doing for now.
And would you say you're being successful?
Yeah, we'll be successful. That's the reason why we just be in the pressure and making sure everything is okay. It will be successful.
That's good to know.
But I'm not going to wait for that before I get out of here because I'm getting tired of all this bullshit.
Yes, I'm sure you are. So how much longer are you going to stay there?
I'm not going to stay much more because I just have a few months to be right here, and I will keep you posted on it because very soon I'll be emailing to the UN. I've already emailed to them. I'm waiting for their response to grant some little permission before I kick off some other processes because I really need some major processes before I get out of here. You
I
know,
thought you
I'm
were.
also a
I thought you worked for the United States Army, not the UN.
the UN is the United Nations.
Yes, I know what it stands for. I thought you worked for the United
Okay.
States Army.
Yes, yes. As a state and as a state, United States Army, you ought to work with the UN because it's the United Nations. They are the one even pressing. They are the one that are applying for generals and army majors for them to go into the war zone because the UN is part of what is processing. This is the people processing. I mean, the UN are the people that is assigned to make sure generals and army major generals is sent various countries that is war zone. War like war zone like in Afghanistan, Syria, Iran, and Yemen as well. So they are the one that's in charge. So I'm working for me to be here. I'm working under the United Nations. Though I'm from the United States of America, but I have to work under the UN because the UN are the precise people to recruit majors or generals or sergeants to the war zone. That is their major aims. And that's what they are doing to keep on peacekeeping mission all over the world.
Oh, so do
Didn't
they?
you understand me?
I'm sure I do. Yes. So they would employ, or what would I say? They would employ troops from all over the world, from any country that's part of the UN. Is that what you're saying?
Good. They deploy from any country, but basically they believe that the United States are more proper trained and they are in a hard-ranking way of which they can make sure they can subside the peace of any country that is being war. That is much more reason. Even China, they respect the United States because they know though China is a big country that usually try to make sure they be at the upfront. But when they see US coming, they know that this is the overall because they have the way high ranking training generals and all that and all tools and equipment. They have most of them. So that is much more really they got some little respect for them.
Okay. Did you say you had to go and do something in a couple of minutes? About 24 minutes ago.
I've already exhausted that minutes right now all because of you because you are getting me crazy.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I regret that asking for your learned professional advice drives you crazy.
No, but all the same, the fact still remains that you've already lightened up my entire spirit. And I don't know what I'm thinking. Why would I be thinking of you all my head off?
Oh, I'm sure I could tell you, but I'm not going to.
You have to tell me because when my head is off, I keep on thinking of you. But when my head is on, I overthink of you. So I don't even know if I'm even all right because I'm not feeling so well. I need to take some drugs for me to feel all right. Do
Yeah,
I really need that drug?
you have a removable head, do you?
I am asking you, do I really need the drugs for me to take for me to be okay? Because when I'm not thinking, I overthink about you. Then when I'm thinking, I feel like mad
Personally, I would say the drugs are
over you.
addling your brain, but what would I know?
I love you.
Oh, yes, I'm sure you do.
Then you don't love me?
I think I've said before, I have to meet you.
Even though you're gonna meet me, I know you meet me someday and in a quick of an hour. You can meet me at any time on any day. And I believe the processing will be done and everything will be quick and everything will be okay. But despite the fact that I can't just resist the fact that maybe I'm talking to you and I can't even think of anything right away. You sent me a message, I couldn't even respond to the message because I need to be busy and I try to make sure everything is being detected and let me be online to talk to you. Can't you just imagine that I have to call you immediately after I've done? I have to make sure everything is done because it's not as if you have a spirit that is between or beside me right now that is pursuing me to do something just to make you to be okay that you talk to me. But I don't know if my spirit is really being the way yours is affecting you. Is it a one side mindset? Are you trying to tell me I'm being one side to you, or you're not being with me, or I'm not being with you, right?
I don't think I understood a word you just said, but
You don't understand what I said because you know why you don't understand. Because you're taking it to feel that maybe I am only one sided. You are affecting me being positive and negative right here, but I don't know if I'm even affecting you a little negative or positive.
yes, well, I really have no idea what you're talking about. Not that that's unusual, to be fair. I mean, most of what you say goes straight over my head, but it's quite
Babe,
entertaining.
babe, I love you and I want you to be my woman.
I know you said, but you won't even make me a video
I want you
with the
to be
ringing.
my woman. Will you, baby, will you be my woman?
I've told you I need to meet you.
We need to meet each other and we're going to meet each other. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you this with all my heart open, with all my thinking and all my thought open. Because I'm deliberately planning everything just for you and just for we to be together. But we have to get that mindset to get it done. So that when we communicate, we'll have that physical mindset and spiritual mindset and dedication mindset together. Okay?
Oh, yes, if you say so.
Can you give me a kiss?
Though I think it's a little bit hard since you're several thousand miles away.
Yeah, give me a kiss. At least if me hearing it, I can feel it.
Well, you just have to use your imagination.
Yeah, then you have to kiss me first for me to hear, for me to
As I say,
comprehend
you're
with my.
several thousand miles away. I think that would be rather difficult. I'd probably finish it
So
up kissing one of the dogs or the cat or something.
you can drop the keys for me.
Well, you'll just have to use your imagination. Have a pretend kiss.
I don't need to use my imagination because I believe the way you're talking to me, you can just give me a kiss. Then I will feel that you give me a little peck.
As I say, if I try to kiss you, I'll probably finish up kissing the cat who's sitting on my lap, listening to all this
Then you
action.
have to do.
When you do
Then
that,
anyhow
she
you do
kind
it.
of looks rather surprised. I don't blame
Then
her.
you have to
I'd be
do.
surprised too.
Then you have to do that.
Well, I
Just
don't
give
think
me the
so. Not with a
kiss.
cat here. I'm sure you
I
can
am
use your
not a cat. That
imagination.
you are so quarreling in argument. Can't you just be a little bit so sweet and make it a little snappy?
I don't think I do sweet. I think you've probably realised that by now. Goodness me, I haven't been sweet since I was about 9 months old.
You just making me to like you just want to make me feel like as if you want to fight me.
Anyway, I need to go to bed, and I'm sure we'll think of some riveting topic to discuss tomorrow now that we've sorted out the spying issue.
No, normally the spy still remains the spy and have to be discussed because I just decided to leave that up to you for you to think, to have a deep sleep over it. Maybe when you wake up tomorrow, you
Yes.
will say something better about it because I don't want to force you to do what you want to do, but I'm just making it to understand because I have my own reason. And I believe you have already asked a state accountant, which is where all details are being recorded. I believe he gave you an idea that is a good idea. Before he gave you a good idea, before he remarked it as a good idea, that means he has a reason. Nevertheless, let me not talk about that or that.
Maybe the next thing you could think about is diversification, because all large estates need to diversify these days. Perhaps you could give me some ideas on how we could diversify.
Tomorrow we'll discuss about that.
Yes, that would be really interesting. I would love to hear your thoughts on diversification.
No problem.
Okay, I'll speak to you again tomorrow.
No problem, babe.
Yes.
So you have to take it. You have your street dreams. But I'm coming in your dream right away. So you will see me in your dream.
Yes, well, if I eat enough pickles, you probably will.
So you try to dream and see me in your dream. I believe I'll be explaining some certain things to you on your dream.
Yes.
Because I already hold you tight. I have already hold you tight right now that you can't even imagine to leave me.
Yes. Anyway, I'll speak to you tomorrow. I'll speak to you tomorrow about diversification. I really do need to go to bed now.
No problem. Good night. Love you. Bye.
Yes, good night for now. Will our man have any thoughts on diversification? Is our man capable of thought? There's only one way to find out, and that is to listen to episode 6, when Cassandra has some exciting news. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in episode 6.